Hello everyone. One of the main concerns we have in Azure resources is being accidentally deleted. Especially if we are working with PowerShell, we may have a wrong name of resource or resource group in PowerShell script and you may accidentally delete that resource. So something we can do as a administrator is something like Azure logs. We can apply Azure logs to in the subscription level, and even you can apply it in the resource group level or just an individual resource like a virtual machine or virtual network. So there are mainly two types of Azure logs. First one, cannot delete. Portal, you can see it as delete, which means cannot delete. When you go to the portal, it just let you choose delete as log, which means you cannot delete. Authorized users can read. So what is this delete option? Delete Azure logs. Authorized users can read and modify the resources, but they cannot delete the resource. They can read the resource. They can, if it is a virtual machine, they can access the virtual machine, modify the settings in the virtual machine, but they cannot delete that virtual machine. They cannot delete the resource. So it can be applied in the resource group level. It can be just allocated to a virtual machine or a single resource, or even it can be allocated in the subscription level. The first one is cannot delete, and the second one is nothing but read only. So the second lock is read only. Authorized users can read a resource, but they cannot delete or make any modifications. Any update, they cannot do it. They can only read that resource. They can just access that resource, but they cannot make any changes to that resource. So these are the two types of Azure logs. First one, delete. Second one, read only. So now let us check how logs are applied, how Azure logs are applied. See, it is applied in a form of inheritance. If we say inheritance, if we apply a log to a resource group, for the resource group, I'm typing it as RG. So we have applied a log here. We are applied a log here. Log I am just mentioning here. We have applied the log to this particular resource group. So all the resources in this resource group, like virtual VM, we have virtual network, we may have public IP. The lock is applied to all these resources. So if it is applied to the resource group, all the resources, member of this resource group, the lock is applied to all these resources. And for the resource group, we have applied the delete lock. Okay. We have applied the delete lock for the resource group, and for the virtual network we have applied read only, which means virtual network we will have only the read only access, but for the other resources in that resource group like VM we'll have we can make the modifications for this VM, but for this virtual network we can do only read only. So this is the way how logs are applied. Now we will check how we can practically apply a log to a resource group or to subscription level or to a particular resource. So let us check that. So presently we are in the portal and I have three resource group over here. So I'm going to apply log on this resource group, Joyroute resource group. I'm clicking on that. So here down under settings, you will get the option logs. Click on logs and you have an option to add the logs. Click on add. You'll have to give a name to that log. So I'm giving no delete RG. So I'm giving the name to that particular resource, particular log, and the log type I'm keeping it as delete. And if you want to give some notes, some description to that, you can add it here. I'm not giving any description and clicking OK. So the log is created. So in the background there, the log has been created. You can see the log over here. Now if you go to the resource group and try to delete this Joyroute, we are going to delete this particular resource group. I'm going to delete this. I'm giving the name here and trying to delete this. See, we are getting an error. Delete resource group joy failed. The resource group Joyroute is locked and cannot be deleted. Click here to manage lock for the resource group. So as it is locked, we will not be able to delete the resource group. So if you delete from here and if you try it again, you will be able to delete the resource group. In this resource group of my virtual machines are there, so I don't want to delete it as of now. So this is all about Azure log. We will meet you in another video. Bye.